Tomb of the Spider Queen is a map that is absolutely amazing in my opinion. Watching the games there and competitive play is always a pleasure and it's always fun. And one of the teams that is really extremely strong on this map is ESC Gaming. A team that had a few lineup changes in the last few weeks and months, but now they have a very stable lineup and they are doing exceptionally well on this map in particular. Usually they're trying to run it with Zagara and really control the center of the map and the two turn-in points, but several teams picked up on that already and are starting to ban out or take Zagara away from them. Now ESC has to face Alternate here, and Alternate, of course, a very strong team themselves. They know exactly what they're up against here and they are trying to counteract that. And ESC is forced in one of those Stitches comps again that they like a bit more these days, and they really start to blow up targets once again. Stitches with a hook, and especially Tyrande, of course, with a lockdown with the Hunter's Mark, and then all that burst damage that comes in to annihilate a target and turn the game into a 5 versus 4 fight. Alternate, they know all that and they're trying to counteract it here. They already lost against ESC on this map in the past, so they know exactly what they're in for and they are trying to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Ladies and gentlemen, Tomb of the Spider Queen with Alternate going up against ESC Gaming.
Welcome everybody to game number 2 of the day. We're actually like in the, I think we're in the round of 16, right? Here at the match arena, the first one, the first tournament of its kind in Heroes of the Storm. And as you can see, we're on Tomb of the Spider Queen in our game between ESC and Alternate. To the left side, we have the Kappa Boys, as they're also known, with Snow on Jaina, Get Head on Tyrande, Neps on Malfurion, and Antihero is playing Stitches, as Invidium is playing Vala here. We're going to talk about the build in just a second, but let's focus first on the introduction of our Polish team to the right side, with Guccio on Sylvanas, Krolu on Uther, Gluham on ETC, Nanda on Illidan, and Dark Monix on Tassadar. So as you can see, we have an Illidan build on the side of Alternate, and well, at the same time, starting to the left side, we have this time again one of those Stitches builds, and I really like that. ESC is one of the few teams that are still running Stitches and they are doing really well with him. They played it just recently against LDLC in the ESL Major League, very successfully at that, by the way, and they also had to play before that too. An attempt to get a sneaky kill in there, this time denied. But the interesting part was also not that only that we have the Stitches build, but that we had Zagara banned out, since on this map in particular ESC is extremely strong with the Zagara, since they have an absolute great control when it comes to the two turn-in points. But with Stitches, one of the things that they are always able to do here is just blow up targets. And if you think about it, Stitches was a bit nerfed, of course, but mostly it was like its damage. If you're thinking about his ability to hook a target in, that didn't really change. And Blizzard, with the changes to Pulverize, even forced people more into the sustain build with a fishing hook on 16 that we are seeing like nearly exclusively these days. So the idea here is still to roam with Stitches and Tyrande, get a hook, get a stun, and then blow the target up, mostly with the use of Jaina and her burst damage, since it's absolutely incredible. Scouting drone taken, by the way, on Malfurion on level 1. Very good talent on this map. Sometimes even Stitches taking it, even though we're now having the traditional talent picked on the side of Alternate on him. We're going with block here, because when you have vision on those turn-in points, you can really just deny them to your opponent. And that is the strategy that Team ESC has been running like all the time. They were always just like trying to make sure that they control the turn-in points, that they don't allow the opponent to turn in, and that's what they're doing in this game too. Right-click build on Vala with the Rancor already available. Oh, and the miss on the stun. Krolu getting away, and yeah, no, he's actually not. They kill Uther. Yeah, and Get Head. Oh, they lose Snow as a result though. Get Head really missing his stun here. He stunned a bit too soon, and yeah, Antihero, they got the kill in after the hook, but still there is the counter kill, and therefore they don't really get too much value out of that. At the bot lane, Illidan is just like doing his thing, so Nanda right now waiting, of course, for the higher levels so that he can really do something here. Illidan usually at least relying on level 7 for the first 8. He's a very annoying character to play against, but until he has Immolation, there's very little that he can do with like pushing power. Yeah, top lane already pressured by 3. Alternate is starting to do some work here. We're having Manticore now on the side of Vala for ESC. Oh, and here comes Guccio jumping away. The hook not hitting this time, and therefore the stun also not on spot. In this case, we're having standard builds for all of the players. We're seeing on Tassadar the Healing Ward, we have Immolation on level 4, Echo Paddle, Protective Shield, and Envenom. No real surprise there. Very rarely do you see an adjustment. these early talents. Dark Monix needs to be careful and even activate his dimensional shift. Not really a problem for him though. For Jaina, we saw in the last game already a few different talents taken, but it is Arcane Intellect together with Deep Chill that is taken on 1 and 2 for her. The Protective Shield on Tyrande over the Healing Ward potential that you have, and we're seeing the Healing Ward on Malfurion instead. Oh, Gluehammer moving in, they're trying to put Anti-Hero in a pretty bad spot. Jaina is trying to slow them down, and also a good stun from Get Amhead, making sure that nobody could really move into that. So yeah, it was really well done, saving Stitches. Saving Stitches' ass. I mean, it's pretty difficult to save because it's pretty big, but they managed. Nepsa, on the other hand, oh, can he get face melted into the rest of the team? Yes, but they might not be able to kill him just yet. But Anti-Hero is there, and there comes the root a bit too late. Nepsa, or not too late, but Nepsa not really getting anything there. Dark Onyx gets once more away thanks to the dimensional shift. So you can really tell there's a lot of potential for kills right now. ETC, very, very dangerous, and I don't even have to mention the hook anymore, I suppose, because, well, we've been seeing that the entire time. If you get caught by the hook and the stun of Tyrande and the Hunter's Mark hit you, then you are in trouble. Nice destructive movements already by Alternate, on the other hand, taking down most of that at the top. We're having both of the teams aiming, of course, for the turn-ins now, but especially ESC is doing really well. And you can tell that these things are doing extremely good work when it comes to vision of those turn-in points. Currently 32 against 30, turn-in successful on Alternator as well. But ESC is getting slowly to the point where they could release the Web Weavers, and that will, of course, be amazing for them. 7 hits faster for Alternate, and they're getting there come the Web Weavers for the red team, by the way. Apparently Illidan at the bot lane turning in successfully. Cleanse on level 7 for Uther. Oh, this time they get the lockdown against Gluehammer, but Krolo is there for the heal, so ETC survives for now. Battle momentum on Tyrande. Also interesting to see her go for that talent, not going for the Lunar Blaze, which is going to make things a bit easier for you with the extended range on your stun, but in this case it is battle momentum. Tenderizer and of course searing attacks on the right click Vala. They need to take those down as fast as they can, and well, over here in the mid lane, Snow is already pushing, or being pushed back by Nanda. At the bot lane, Invidium has an easy time against the Web Weaver since he can just use his Searing attack and Manticore to get it back, but now that Illidan is rotating, we'll be careful there. And the top lane already with a 3-man rotation, getting rid of one of the Web Weavers, and now everybody is moving towards the mid lane to take at least one of the towers down there. We have a 4-man rotation going on, but yes, ESC is just a bit too fast for that. Down here, again, Invidium being jumped, but Nanda is moving back since he realizes that the rest of the team is already on the way. And we have the push build on Sylvanas. God, loving it. I really have a lot of fun playing with that build myself, not going for the follow-through talent on level 4 or level 7, but going for the unstable poison, which is just amazing. It makes creeps explode when you take them down when they are under the influence of Black Arrow, and that is doing a whole lot of work. Jaina dying here, and at this point ESC is behind in kills. They are also a tiny bit behind in experience, so this is starting to get a bit tricky for them. They need to be careful here. But yeah, this talent is increasing the numbers in Siege on Jaina, on Sylvanas a lot. Right now she has 20,000, let's say 20,000 Siege damage. About as much as we see on the side of Tassadar, but we're going to check that later, and you'll see that she'll be able to increase those a lot. I also love the money pick. I mean, writing one myself, money picks are absolutely awesome. I don't agree with that color choice on the other hand. Be it as it may, Get Amhead is suddenly in trouble, and bam, the guitar into the face does not only relieve him from all of its teeth, but at the same time also his life. So Tyrande is down, and Anti-Hero is the second victim of that assault. So all of a sudden we're having 4 kills against 1, and ESC against Alternate is not looking too peachy for the German boys. The Polish team is doing much, much better here. Up to the top lane, we're having Snow gathering experience for them, but they are up against the level 10 talent now, the heroic ability, and that is bad, bad news, because right now there's Metamorphosis, we're having Divine Shield, it's going to be the Wailing Arrow on Sylvanas, Archon, and then also on ETC, probably Stage, no, Mosh Pit! Mosh Pit over Stage Dive, alright, he's going for Stage Dive here, sorry, Mosh Pit, and yeah, that could be interesting. How much stun do we have on the side of ESC? I mean, there's probably going to be a Rain of Vengeance. We have one stun on... There's actually quite a bit, so I'm not quite sure if that's really the best choice. You can either hook him out, you can... there's a couple of things that you can do, and the Rain of Vengeance on Vala, of course, helps with that too. Putrid Bile, Tranquility, Starfall, and Water Elemental are chosen. Just pointing it out again, Frostbitten on level 7 for Jaina, so standard talent there. The boss has been taken by Alternate during that time. The boss was taken because they had 10. Like, in case that you're wondering about these timings a bit, they had 10, they knew that the opponent wouldn't be able to get that for another few seconds, so they just said, alright, we can fight at the top if they try to contest it, and we will win thanks to our talent. And now they're going straight. The boss takes down the fort in the mid lane. There's already the pressure against the web weavers that were released by the blue team. And down here we're having Nanda and Gluehammer taking out the bot lane as well. So at this point, it's really, it's really pretty good. Yeah, so we have Gedamhead and Antihero moving down in Vidom Nopso, and the rest of the team is rotating here as well. Yeah, the aggression against the fort here. The thing is, though, that they have to be extremely careful, since the entire setup that we are seeing for their opponent's team is starting to converge towards them. And if they isolate one of the heroes, maybe even Antihero, it will be great for them. There we go. Moving him back already. Oh, but a lot of damage. Wow, look at that. Divine Shield just barely coming into play, and Uther already down. So Nanda is moving back here. Guccio with his Haunting Wave trying to escape too, but they get the second kill in, and now they're going straight for Dark Vonix on his Tacita. Double kill for ESC, and all of a sudden they are back to business. Not only do they turn in 36, they turn actually like a whole lot of gems in, and they will get another Webweaver wave. So with that, it's going to be amazing for them to just isolate. Or are they? Yeah, there's no. Okay. It's actually going to be great for them. They still have Sylvanas out of the picture, but the camp is taken, the Bruiser camp, by Nanda and Dark Vonix, so they're going straight for that. The bottom fort is down, and at this point in time, the Siege Giant camp has already been started by Snow and Epsom, so they're trying to use that together with the Web Weavers to push in even harder. Very nice move by ESC, and this is really bringing them back into the game. We had that slight lead for Alternate, but that's already gone. So right now Gedamhead is starting to move in here and tries to defend that hard camp, that Bruiser camp. But the bot lane, we're having Invido just creating a bit of space for this wave, and this is the difficult one. This is the one that Alternate has to deal with, and Alternate is already moving straight down to the bottom lane after they just tilt down the Web Weaver at the top. They know that this is going to be a really difficult one if they don't, if they ignore it. Like, they are going to lose too many buildings. With Siege Giants and Web Weaver, it's just way too much. So they need to focus the attention down to the bottom first, and that means that they're going to lose some structures up in the mid lane where the well is down, so they can't well up any longer. The level 13 talent is there with the Overflowing Light with one Ice Block and Sprint on Jaina over the advanced Ice Block, and of course with the right click build that we're seeing on Vala, she's going straight for the Giant Killer. Looking also now at the numbers here, looking at the siege damage on Sylvanas, even though she didn't really have the chance to go in too many of those lanes, but you can really tell that she's starting to get a bit ahead here with 54,000 already done. Nearly as much as, or even more than we have for Vala in this case. Vala, of course, with a multi-shot build doing a whole lot of work. But so far we didn't really see Guccio rotate towards those lanes alone, but you can clear an entire wave by just putting the Shadow Dagger in, using the wave, and then getting your Q spell in. So within seconds the entire wave is gone, as you can see here. That was basically Sylvanas eliminating that. Here comes another stun attempt, but yeah, they just don't hit those hooks just now. Snow is trying to turn in, had to cancel, and Gluehammer and the rest of the Alternate team are moving now for it. Oh, double spell shield even chosen. Not going for the evasive fire on Sylvanas. I actually like that decision. Evasive fire is amazing. I love it, using it myself a lot when I play the hero. But if you're up against, let's say, Tyrande and also Jaina, going for Spell Shield gives you a lot more survivability. And I personally use that talent against these heroes a lot as well. Or, of course, when you are playing Hero League in quick matches, you oftentimes run into a Nova, and then it's also a great talent to have because, let's face it, Sylvanas is a bit on the squishy side when it comes to her hit point pool. For Uther, on the other hand, we're seeing that talent these days already picked a whole lot more often. We're seeing at the same time Uber Rockstar, the evasion talent on Illidan, and Prescience taken for Tacita. As the teams are angling for another fight again with Nanda on his Illidan jumping in, and Illidan is starting to do quite some work here. Going for the Metamorphosis already, but oh my god, Nanda! Oh, that Divine Shield just barely saving them. His hit point pool dropping so fast. He just got away, well, but Uther doesn't. That hook by Antihero finishing him off, putting him back into the middle of 5 heroes, and that just was way too good here. So well done on the side of ESC, and they are starting to take the lead in experience again. The kill count 4 against 4 right now, and Web Weavers are going to be on the board very soon once again. It's the attempt for Alternate to turn in here at the bot lane. They're already trying to, and the zoning from Dark Onix and also Nande. Gerd is stunning Gluehammer out. Very well done, and Snow is moving in. They're really trying to control that point, and Tazadai is already low. Antihero, can he get that hook? Can he get that hook? And he's gonna try any second. They kill Illidan, but the hook is missing. The hook is missing, once again the dimensional shift, but they were able to really make this work and get the, deny the turn into ESC, and now they're gonna get their own turn in just in time. They do not have enough gems on the other hand though, so still one of the things that we have to, see if they can, oh, the hook against Gluehammer again. 75,000 siege damage on Sylvanas, pretty much making the point of Poisonous, the Poisonous Arrow there on level. What's it called? It's not Poisonous Arrow, right? It's Poisonous something. Unstable Poison, okay. I always like miscall that one. I always call it Poisonous Arrow, I don't even know why. So, but yeah, that thing is putting crazy siege damage on you, which is actually nice, but sometimes depending on your setup, you just need the additional damage to follow through. Oh, Nepsa is out of the game. They don't pause for some reason. Antihero just barely gets away here. Oh, what? Nepsa is back to business, and Malfurion actually doing the heals. Nande is dying, even though we had a bit of a connection difficulty here for ESC. They're able to get 3 kills in that fight. They have the Web Weavers moving in, and this is the worst case scenario on the side of Alternate. Not only does the opponent hit 16 so much faster than they do, but also they are up against a Web Weaver wave on all 3 lanes, and they are missing 3 heroes right now. There's the Northern Exposure on level 16. We're having also the True Shot Aura, Tenacious Roots, of course that Fishing Hook talent that makes Antihero and the Stitches in an absolute monster, and the Blood for Blood on Bala, which is going to help to drop the target even faster. They might lose way more than only 1 keep here, but of course there's no question about it. One of those keeps is definitely going to fall. Or is it? I mean, Gluehammer is... Oh, Gluehammer nearly dead. And I don't think that Mobster ever got a mosh pit in that didn't get cancelled right away, did he? I mean, it's so tricky for him to actually get that off, and that's one of the reasons why mosh pit is very rarely used these days. The keep is already gone, and then to the bot lane we're seeing even more pressure towards the second keep. To the top lane, the fort is now down, and that puts even more experience points into the hands of ESC Gaming. We have them on nearly level 18 already, and once they hit that level, they will have that 3-level lead. I like that Snow is taking down the walls here, making sure, first of all, that Antihero is going to have a clear range if he needs to get a hook through at some point, and then also it's more about the vision than anything else, I suppose. So yeah, once again, oh, they hook through it! They get the hook in, and the kill against Sylvanas. Wow, that hurt, and that hurt a lot. They get a perfect hook, and now Crollo is just laughing here. Yeah, he's apparently not having a good time there. Antihero is enjoying himself. He's hooking through everything at this point. Wow, how did that work? That is a pretty interesting move there. I didn't even know that you could hook through buildings, but apparently that's either a bug or that's intentional. I might have missed that, but he just hooked not only through the gate, but he also hooked through the opponent's keep. That's an interesting touch to it. With the gate, I was for a second not quite sure if I maybe like mistook that and or like, yeah, just saw something different, but he can apparently hook through structures. That's a very interesting thing to happen. 16 versus 18, 16 talents with Benediction and double Blood for Blood. Antihero this time might not make it though. Oh, he just barely gets away using his Putrid Bile. And the kill against Illidan. 10 kills against 4. Oh, Krolu about to die. We have, after Illidan, Sylvanas dead already. And guess what? Tazadai isn't going to make it either. Even with his dimensional shift, he is not going to get away there. There could be a hook from Antihero any second again. He should be off cooldown. Oh, wow. Actually, Tazadai is at full health again, able to heal himself up, but yeah. That's of course not gonna last. Dark one. Oh wow, he doesn't have another one. He's already off cooldown. Invidium is just like, what the hell is going on? He's chasing him all the way to the left side, but the core is already being attacked. He really wants that Tazadai, and I don't blame him. Tazadai is still being attacked. He's juking him out completely. I mean, guys, I know at the right side they're attacking another keep and taking it out, but this is way more interesting here. Invidium against Dark Warnings. The jukes are real. Look at that, he has another shield. And he goes for the storm. And Invidium needs to be super careful. Ah, the owl, that's cheating. That wasn't real one versus one any longer. That was mean. That was mean. So we have actually Shish Kabob taken on level 16 over the range. I was already wondering a bit earlier why that range wasn't larger. So it's not Fishing Hook, it's actually Shish Kabob that they go for here. Can pull 2 targets. I guess that also explains why he was able to hook through. Does that actually count? I never really thought about that talent being able to hook through something. I guess if you hook through a structure, it hits the structure first and then it travels farther. Is that an explanation? I have to admit that I never really experimented with that talent, but that's a very interesting thing to happen there. If that's the explanation why he can hook through the building, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, Shish Kabob is the talent on 16. And it took me a second to realize that. I was really wondering, why is that hook range not larger? But the icon is of course the same, therefore hopefully an understandable mistake. My apologies, should have checked that a bit earlier. 20 talent is ready, and that also triggers an attack at the boss to the top. Oh, maybe now. That's the final attempt of Alternate to turn things around. I suppose they're up against the 20 talent, and they're trying to. It's a desperation move, and they're losing way too much. They cannot steal the boss. They lose 2 of their heroes. They're going to lose way more than that as Illidan drops at Dark Onyx. It's not going to make it easier. Once again, anti-hero jumping in. Dark Onyx, the master of jukes, and his battle against Invidium, I feel that's really a thing here. Once again, they're fighting against each other, and there they are, and I think this time Invidium's gonna get him. I would be really frustrated if I was Invidium. He's probably thinking, what the hell is going on? He's not gonna get him, is he? He's not gonna get him. The core, by the way, is being attacked with boss and the entire rest of the team, but the real story is over here. Alright, Dark Onyx maneuvering himself into a corner, and this time he's not gonna make it. Yeah, so at this point we're having also the core being dropped, and this is of course ESC Gaming advancing. GG, they're moving on to the next round of the tournament. Congratulations to them on their Tomb of the Spider Queen match against Alternate.
And once again, ESC shows why they are so strong on this map. The team is really frightening. I mean, these boys are damn good, and the Tomb of the Spider Queen just seems to be a map where they can't be beaten. I don't think I've seen a single match yet where they lost on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Some of them were really close, but so far they came out victorious every single time, and this game was no exception. Alternate, especially in the early game, doing a really good job, but ESC Gaming, as you could see, they win it again and they advance in the tournament here, the match arena. The first tournament of its kind. And guys, this was a lot of pleasure to cast. I hope that you enjoyed the show as well. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and we're going to make sure to give you more action, especially of course with ESC Gaming, since they seem to be on a roll these days. There's going to be more of them on Khaldor TV in the near future. Have a great day, have a good week, and see you soon guys. Bye bye.